to Lyons TV on Ustream.
DCPS Career and Technical Education.
In a District Knowledge Network.
I'm your host, Dynasty Small.
I'm your host, Michael Wheeler.
I'm your host, Only Boney.
Did you know Lyons Network has a new podcast in the state-of-the-art studio?
Lock us in on Apple,
iHeart,
Spotify,
Pandora,
Google,
and Amazon Music.
Joining us as a guest on the show today is WTU's President, Ms. Jackie Lyons.
Our show topic today is One Union, One Voice, Solidarity Forever. Ms.
Miss-
Lyons, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm honored to be here. This is exciting.
Our first segment is Understanding Washington Teacher Union President Jackie Lyons.
Take us back to the day when the WTU announced Jackie Lyons as a new president. What was going through your mind at that moment?
Well, I was very nervous. I was the general vice president, but many people aren't aware, but if they aren't, the former president, Liz Davis, died unexpectedly, and it was a tragic death. So at one point, I was just sad because we lost a great leader. And then, I was concerned, would I be able to fill her shoes? Because she was a major person, major leader in Washington, D.C., and within labor and organizing. So those were my first two concerns.
Okay. As the WTU president, what are 3 lessons you have learned with regards to leadership?
Well, one is service. That is what our organization is all about. Our members don't have to be members. They pay close to $1,000 a year to be part of this organization. So I always have to keep service to the members in my mind. One other thing I have to keep in mind, number 2, is do the work, meaning I have to be prepared. I have to study all the time about different subjects, different areas. And I guess in following in the footsteps of President Davis, I have to be myself. Always remember to be yourself.
In almost every leadership role, there is a critic. How do you deal with people who do not agree with your position?
That's a tough one. Something I deal with every day, but I always count to 10, take a deep breath, and I always remember it's not about me. It's not personal. I have to also remember that, again, it's about the service to the members. And then always try to see someone else's point of view. And once you study and look into something and you try to see someone else's view, then you have to come back and say, what is for the good of our membership? So those are some of the things I try to keep in mind.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Lyons TV on Ustream.
And the District Knowledge Network.
I'm your host, Verlin Bernie Graham.
I'm your host, Soraya Payton.
I'm your host, Dynasty Small.
Our show topic today is One Union, One Voice, Solidarity Forever.
Joining us as a guest on the show is WTU's President, Ms. Jackie Lyons.
Our first segment was Understanding Washington Teacher Union President Jackie Lyons.
Our second segment is Keeping Your Eyes on the Prize.
What is your overall mission of the Washington Teachers Union?
Well, we are a social justice union, and we believe that every child deserves a great neighborhood public school. And we believe that we can achieve that goal by ensuring that we have great teachers in every classroom. And in order to have great teachers in every classroom, the mission of the union is to serve, protect, and defend all of our members. And, in many ways, we do that by offering great professional development, making sure they know their rights, and just serving them in any way we can in any capacity in the classroom so they can be successful with students.
Most recently, the WTU members approved their new contract by a vote of 3,445 to 29. Can you give us an update on the contract?
Well, we're excited about the contract because we have a concern about getting and keeping great teachers in the District of Columbia. So we're hoping that one way to do it is not just through professional development, not also through making sure they have all the things that they need in the classroom, but also paying them fairly. So we're excited that by the end of this month, teachers will be getting a raise. They'll also be getting a 4% bonus. And then because we haven't had a contract for 3 years, by May 19th, teachers will be getting retro on money that they didn't get back when the contract ended in 2019. So we're very excited, and we hope this is one way of getting and keeping great teachers.
Why is knowing your rights important for teachers and the community?
Oh, it's important because we believe that good working conditions for teachers makes for great learning conditions for students. And so when teachers don't have heat in the classroom, kids don't have heat in the classroom. When teachers have to work with old curriculum or old books, that means the very same thing for teachers. So, for students. So we want to make sure that if teachers have all the things that they need, then students have all the things that they need, and it helps to ensure great outcomes for all students.
We are going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Lyons TV on Ustream.
And DCPS Career and Technical Education.
And the District Knowledge Network.
I'm your host, Bomani Perkins.
I'm your host, Michael Williams.
I'm your host, Makai Brown.
Our show's topic today is One Union, One Voice, Solitary Forever.
Joining us as a guest on the show is WTU President Jacqueline Lyons.
Our first segment was Understanding Washington Teachers Union President, Ms. Jackie Lyons.
Our second segment was Keeping Your Eyes on the Prize.
Our third segment is Share Vision.
Talk to us about your Shared Vision event, which is scheduled to take place on March 25th.
Well, we're really excited about that event because we get an opportunity to invite students, parents, families, the whole community to an event to talk about something really important, which is education. We're really excited because this year we're going to have Brandy Weingarten, who's president of the American Federation of Teachers. She's going to be our keynote speaker. We also get to invite city leaders to come and talk about the topic of education. We're going to have fun things for the community like food demonstrations. We're going to have segments on meditation. We're also going to talk about important topics like supporting your kids in learning to read and learning to write and learning to do math. So we hope that the entire community of the district shows up. It's going to be at Kimball, and it's from 8 to 3 on March 25th.
Okay. What advice do you have for students who believe they cannot attend college or university due to high tuition rates?
Well, I actually lived through this, and my entire family. I grew up with a single mother who was able to put all three of her kids through college, and the only thing that she told us is study hard, find something that you're passionate about, and if you believe it and you study hard, the money will follow. Never let tuition be something that keeps you from going for your dreams as far as your career or as far as your education, because if it's something that you believe in and you're passionate about, the money always follows. But you gotta study hard, because even if you're interested in basket weaving, there's a grant out there for somebody who is also interested in basket weaving and would love for you to study that in school and might pay you to do that.
Do you have any final thoughts for students at Elliott High?
Well, as I've been saying throughout the interview, and I've enjoyed this, I'm glad you invited me, is find something that you're passionate about. Study hard, practice, be the best person out there with what you're passionate about. And people are always watching, so don't ever think that something that you're doing is so small that it doesn't matter. What you do does matter as long as you're passionate and you're willing to learn about it. I tell this to kids all the time, be on time. Never, always be the earliest there, and never be the type of person that is the first one to leave. Come early, stay late. That's how you get to know something in a real, meaningful way.
Ms. Lyons, thank you for being the guest on our show.
Thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Lyons TV on Ustream.
Elliott High Network 1 on YouTube.
And DCPS Career and Technical Education.
Rest in peace, Liv Davis.
Yes.
We will keep the dream alive. I'm your host, Bomani Perkins.
I'm your host, Michael Williams.
I'm your host, Makai Brown.
Have a great day.